What's up, guys? Today we are at the Harris Greenway that connects Triple Mill Park in Grayson to Harbins Park. It's a little hilly in area, so I'm not going to go the entire way because it goes next to this road. I grew up in the area, and the road was always seemed like a mountain, you know, when you're little, when you're driving up and down it. And this goes next to that road to connect to the other park, to Harbins Park. So I'll be stopping at that point because I don't feel like doing that. But welcome back. If you haven't subscribed, consider doing so. We'd love to have you around. I've never been here before, so sorry if I'm sightseeing. But thank you to everyone who has subscribed lately. It's been a fun ride. Anyways, we're skating today again. Feels good. It's funny, I actually grew up coming to this park. Before it was even a park, Triple Mill Park that is, before it was even an actual county park, my dad and I would ride his four-wheeler through the creeks and rivers and everything along the area. And then it became a park. So a lot of history here, which is pretty cool. My wife and I actually got engaged at this park. So a little more history there. We're getting some speed right now. Pretty lake. The lake here is amazing. The lake here is awesome. Love it. It's beautiful. Good fishing. My wife and I used to come fishing here with our parents when we were growing up. Known her a while. So, yeah, we used to come here and fish, play, church events here. It's pretty cool. Pretty cool area. This is the first time I've been to the Greenway. Opened up at some point last year, but haven't been yet. My sister loves it. My sister loves it. It's like a little rock formation over there. Maybe it's a boat ramp. Oh, that's a rock though. That's neat. So now we're in the park. Poor doggy. Poor doggy got scared. I think we go straight. I could be wrong. I think we do though, if I remember correctly. I went skating yesterday, so my legs are a little tired at this point. Also, I do apologize if the color is bad on this video. Going from so much shade to so much shadow area makes it a little difficult to color grade. Try to do the best I can, being in the video field and all that with my full-time job. But I generally use some nicer cameras for that than this. So this camera is a little harder to make look good, like really good. So apologies. But, whew, out of breath. Today's whiskey we're going to talk about later on is none other than Maker's Mark 46 French oak staved. It's delicious. Lots of flavors there. Lots of flavors. Yeah, caramel, vanilla, like toffee, all that good stuff. So definitely stay tuned for that. Dodging some stuff here. It's funny, they actually used part of a trail I used to skate with a buddy growing up that he ran cross country. He was good too, but he used to come and train on these trails. And it's been a while since I've been here. Yeah, it's funny. Actually, had a couple bottle kills last night. My wife doesn't drink. I drink everything fairly evenly. So like if I get it at a certain time, or if bottles, close together, I drink them pretty evenly. I don't mean to, it just happens. I like variety. So I finished off my old Forester 1920. Finished off, it's probably gonna get real dark here. Finished off my Maker's 46, which we're gonna talk about in this video. And I finished off my, what was that? Oh, New Riff single barrel. I finished that off too. All of them had less than, they all had about half a pour in them. So finished all three of those off last night. Ended up being like I said, like 4.5. Man, that New Riff, that was a sad one to see go. I know they make more, but it was so good. I'm so new in the whiskey game that I rarely will buy a bottle a second time because I want to experience so many of them. And so New Riff I'm going to get eventually again, but there's so many that I want to try that I really am going to miss that one. But I'm hoping a better one, or not a better one, but a new one. Let's get some speed. A new one will take its place and will be just as good. So this area, kind of funny, when Pokemon Go came out, my wife and I would come and go to different parks. Because if you're a Pokemon Go fan, different parks had different Pokemon. And this one was the one we could go to, push the kids in a stroller, get some good walking in. And we used to frequent here pretty often. That was like 7 years ago, something like that. 6 years ago, maybe. But yeah, that was fun. Like I said, lots of history in this park from before it was even a park until fairly recently. Let's slow down a little bit. Gotta be safe. Also shot a couple short films here for competitions. There's just so much here you can use for that. Whether it be the lake, you can see over there. You got the fields, forest area. There's a rock that you can slide down. It's got a river going over it with the old mill. It's called Triple Mill Park. We used that for filming. It's pretty cool. We had a fake blood and a fake bullet wound on someone. We had a friend who was a special effects makeup artist. She did the fake bullet wound and it looks so real. Actually, well, this is crazy. I'll explain in a second. I want you to be able to see the lake. Yoo-hoo! That's the lake. Right over there. I proposed to my wife right there. across. So I'll tell you that story first. Let's get across this bridge first. I'll tell you that story. This might be a little bit of a longer episode. I got some stories to tell. Let's see how this feels. All right, that was really loud. So the story, I had my brother-in-law filming it, and he had no idea how to use a camera. So the whole thing is shaking. I thought he was hiding somewhere else, and he really was. She obviously didn't know what's happening. And we're in a kayak, and we're rowing. All of a sudden, I see him sitting on the side of the lake. So I start spinning us in complete circles over and over and over until he could get a chance to move. He finally got the point to move, but she was like, "Why are you spinning us?" It was interesting, to say the least. Let's head back over though. It was funny. It turned out good in the end though. All right, so story of this down here. This used to be a dirt path winding. Actually, you can still see it down there. Little dirt path. I don't know if you can see it. That led down to the sliding rock where we filmed all that. I don't know if the actual path now will go to it, but that dirt path down there is what led to it. So, like I said, it's been a while, but let's see. Let's see if this leads there. This is definitely newer, but I haven't been here in a very long time since they've opened this, so let's see. I'll tell you what, get my workout in. Filmed the East Regional Greenway yesterday, this today. Playoff hockey game tomorrow. Definitely won't be filming tomorrow. I want to be able to skate for the playoff game. Gotta make it to the ship. Gotta be ready. Got some fast teams this season. And I'll be honest, I haven't put up the points this season I've wanted to. Played pretty good defensively, but I haven't put the points up like usual. Well, don't want to be that guy, but that dude could have stayed in his own lane. Good grief. I hear a road. Oh, this may be actually where my path comes to an end. Yep, it is. I'll show you. Whew. Okay. So, yep, you are here. Yep. All right. Might be loud. This is a intersection. So, up until I was about 11 years old, I lived down this road. I lived down that road. We used to ride up and down the road right there. There's a cut through where a fence wasn't for the property. Might be incriminating us, I don't know. It's been a while. So we cut through there and across the sliding rock on the four-wheeler, and then we would ride alongside or along the different, there were trails through the area. I think they might be actually where the paths are now through the park, but we would do that, and we'd ride around the first bridge that we went across where the dog was scared. When that was first built, there's just a few like 2x8s or whatever they are going across that whole gap. We would ride across that on the four-wheeler to get to the other side. It was a good time. We've had some good times in this park before and after it's been open. Like I said, got engaged here went fishing with my wife when we were like 6, 7 years old, played on playgrounds, birthday parties, all that stuff. Anyways, we've come to the end of today's episode. Thank you so much for joining me. If you haven't subscribed, consider doing so. We'd love having you. We're a new channel. We've had a recent surge of subscribers, which is super cool. But we'd love to have everyone along. If you think your friends are into it, send it to them. Thank you guys. Let's go talk about some Makers 46. All right, today we're here, Makers 46. This one is the French oak staved offering from Maker's Mark. It's a top pour for me right now. I feel like if I go to the cabinet and I don't know what to pour, I'm pouring myself some Maker's 46. Let me get some info for you. This one is 70% corn, 16% wheat, 14% malted barley, 94 proof. It's aged for about 6 years, which, I mean, to me, that's about the perfect length of time for me. I feel like, you know, there's some 9 years and 12 years that are good, but at the same time, I know I'm in the minority for this, but I feel like there's a little too much oak influence after that point. I really enjoy this 6-year time mark for bourbons and for whiskeys. But let's get into it. Right off the bat, I'm getting like a butter note and a breadiness. I'm sorry if you can hear my daughter's dog. She's upstairs going crazy right now. I know it's not the most ideal thing to listen to as I'm talking about this. That butter is just so strong. I'm also getting definitely vanilla and like butterscotch, maybe some toffee, but that's just so good. So I read this somewhere, and it really does kind of make me think of it. This is very much like you walk into the kitchen and your parents are making breakfast. Like you get the butter, you get that the biscuits, like the bread, you get the maple from like the syrup that's being poured on pancakes. It's just so good. Anyways, let's start tasting it. You're just hit with the sweetness right away. So sweet. So you definitely get a little bit of fruitiness, but not much. It's just a really warming kind of taste. You get the vanilla, you get the spice, you get that butteriness still, and again that breadiness. I don't know if that's the correct term. That's just what I call it. The breadiness, like a pancake or a muffin or something. But with the butter influence as well, I do feel like that's like just a solid pancake with butter on it. You don't get as much of the maple in the palate as you do the nose, but you definitely get a little bit of it in the finish. That Maker's 46 is a whole experience of just either memories of when you were a kid and your parents were making breakfast, or you're a parent making breakfast for your kids and they're so excited when they come down. They're like, oh my goodness, we're getting eggs and pancakes. And they're all excited. They have no idea it's coming. It's just kind of like a nostalgic flavor for sure. As you can see, I've enjoyed it. I'm already empty. It's just so good. It's so good. It feels great in the mouth. It comes in 94 proof, so you can have a few pours of it and enjoy it. I definitely recommend that. Guys, thank you so much for watching. If you haven't subscribed, consider doing so. We'd love to have you along. If you think your friends are interested in it, send it to them. And then comment and let me know if you've had the Maker's 46. If you get the same things from it that I do, I'd love to hear your thoughts on it. So, blades on, spirits up. Cheers, friends.
I got that